What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. And yes, today is Saturday, so of course we're gonna have a new update on Fisch. And to be honest, we got a lot of good things, but the most important to me is gonna be double XP weekend. Actually, it's not even double XP weekend, it's for 6 days. And yeah, 6 days straight of double XP, we have a lot of grinding to do. Right now for me, I'm level 2000, so yeah, for sure this week I'm gonna get level 2500. And also, by the way, you get nothing special level 2500, just a title. And I'm pretty sure the title you get at level 2500 is Title Lord. Yeah, it is Title Lord. So as you can see, there's really no rush of getting max level, but if you want, you could get it. I'm pretty sure eventually for the next level cap, we're gonna get a fishy rod, so if you want to prepare for that, do that now. I just want to be max level as soon as possible so I don't get left behind. So yeah, let's begin. Now in this video, you're gonna see a lot of different bait and totems used, so make sure you have all of them before you start. I just want to tell you right now, totems and bait matter a lot when you're trying to get a lot of XP. And also for the test, I did use different fishy rods and no Merlin's luck. Now when I fish on my own, for example, when I'm trying to farm XP, I do use Merlin's luck. The main reason why I don't use Merlin's luck for the test because I want to see the base XP for each fishing spot. But for sure, I think it does make a big difference, so you should always buy Merlin's luck. It's really good, I'm telling you right now. It's very cheap, so there's not really a good reason why you shouldn't be using it at all. So I'm gonna go to C1 and C2, and each location I'm gonna give you 2 fishy spots. Alright, now let's begin. I'm gonna go to C1 first, and the first place I'm gonna go to is gonna be the volcanic vents. Now the main reason why I like going to the volcanic vents is because it has a good mixture of XP and money. Like when it comes to money, you could easily make over $4 million an hour. But of course, to make that much money, we gotta use certain bait and certain totems. Now at the volcanic vents, there is a chance you could catch the magma leviathan, which makes you even more money in XP. And to be honest, you could catch it pretty commonly. I catch it a lot every single hour. So if you're new to fish at the volcanic vents, every single time you fish there, make sure it is daytime. I'm telling you right now, when you fish there during the day, it's gonna feel like you have an aurora totem active. I'm not sure what happened when they made the volcanic vents, but always make sure it's daytime. And the bait you want to use at all times is gonna be fish head. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, please have the clever enchantment at all times. The clever enchantment gives you a 2.25 boost every single fish you catch. Please use it. Now for this test, I did use the ethereal prism rod and the challenger's rod. And I'm gonna be honest, farming XP with the challenger's rod is still really good. But when it comes to XP, on average, I made 3.7 million XP an hour. So while making 3.7 million XP an hour, you could make over $4 million. So this place in C1 gives you a massive balance of money and XP. And also one thing before I forget to mention it, if you want to use the royal totems, go ahead. Because if you do, you're gonna amplify the amount of money and XP you could make every single hour. I wouldn't be surprised with the royal totem, you could make at least 5 million XP an hour. And of course with fish, if you make more XP, you're gonna make more money. And also keep in mind, it's very easy to find a server where somebody's using aurora totems. You just gotta find them. There's so many people in C1 that are really rich, so finding a server won't be that difficult. But if you think that's too much hassle, just do it in your private server and go ahead and fish. And now for the next spot, this place has to be the second best place to make XP in the game. And of course, one of the best ways has to be farming the Skyla. Now for this method, I did use 2 fishy rods, the Leviathan Fang Rod and the Ethereal Prism Rod. Basically what I would do, I would use sundial totems while fishing. So for example, you would use a sundial totem, catch 2 fish, and then repeat that. And while doing that, I would be using my Ethereal Prism Rod to catch fish really fast. And then once the Skyla appears, I would switch to the Leviathan Fang Rod and then turn it to nighttime and use an Aurora Totem. And yes, for this method, you do have to use Aurora Totem because catching the Skyla without it could be a little bit difficult. You have to keep in mind the Skyla is a secret fish, so yeah, that's why it takes so long. And then after I catch it, I take out my Ethereal Prism Rod and use the rest of the Aurora Totem timer. And then once the Aurora Totem ends, I just repeat the process I did before. And once again, make sure you have the clever enchantment, the Leviathan Fang Rod. And I'm gonna be honest, it could be a little bit difficult, but having low resilience helps you a lot here. You see, I was told when a fishy rod has a stabbing effect, low resilience makes it trigger more often. And also to farm the Skyla, you're gonna need shark head, so make sure you have a lot of those. I mean, to be honest, you only need like maybe like 200, maybe even 100 would work too. So on average with the Skyla hunt, I was making 14.4 million XP an hour. And I'm not gonna lie, it really matters how much RNG you do have. Because for me, the safe number is you could catch 3 every single hour. But I mean, if you do it a little bit faster by spawning with sundial totems and try to use like as much luck as possible, you could get way more. Like I'd imagine with server like Boost and Merlin's luck, you could catch maybe 4 to 5. Man, if you could catch 4, you could make at least 20 million XP an hour. It's actually insane. And I mean, fishing at the Veil of the Forsaken, you're not gonna make that much money. I mean, if you want, you could trade the Skyla for something on the market, but I highly doubt you're gonna make that much money from the regular fish. I mean, maybe you'll make like maybe $2 million. So for sure, you're gonna make enough money to replace the Aurora Totems and all the bait you used. But right now, all I care about is the XP, so yeah, bring me the XP. And also, if you guys have some questions, make sure you comment down below because I will reply, or I'll try to at least. But now we're done with C1, we're gonna go all the way to C2. Now, if you thought in C1 the XP was actually crazy, it's gonna get even more ridiculous. Now in C2, you're gonna be going all the way to the Isle of New Beginnings. And also in C2, I'm not gonna be using Merlin's Luck, however, bait and weather is gonna matter a lot. Now for the two methods I'm gonna show you, I am gonna be using the Free Spirit Rod with the Clever Enchantment. And also, one thing I learned today, I'm not sure when they added it, probably today, but when you trigger the UI navigation, before you had to spam S and enter. But now when you open the UI navigation, all you gotta do is spam enter to fish. So as you can see, fishing now is really fast and really easier. But I'm pretty sure this only works on PC, so if you're on mobile, it's gonna be the same thing, I think. But of course, on this island, I'm gonna be catching the Tartaruga. And right now, because of this fish, you get the most XP in the game right here. Now when you fish here, you do have to make sure it's a foggy weather. For the Tartaruga, the preferred weather is foggy weather, so make sure it's on at all times. And I did test out this location when it was raining and clear weather, and I'm telling you right now that foggy weather makes a massive difference. So make sure you have a lot of smokescreen totems, but now I'm gonna talk about bait. The bait you have to use is gonna be mist worms. And of course, you can't buy this bait, you gotta go fish tropical bait crates in the water. Usually what I do, I fish like 1,000 at a time and then start fishing. I'm pretty sure you could farm tropical bait crates with the magnet rod or the training rod, either one works. So just get those baits because it does make a really big difference, especially for the Free Spirit Rod. So once you have your foggy weather and mist worms, you're ready to fish for the Tartaruga. Man, I gotta get better at saying that name. But on average, while fishing here, I made 17.3 million XP an hour. And yes, you heard that right, 17.3 million XP. It's a lot of XP. What's even crazier, I wasn't even using Aurora Totem. So you have Aurora Totems, you're gonna make way more XP. It would not surprise me if you make over 30 million XP an hour, maybe even 40. And if you have that bait, you're gonna get a Tartaruga every other fish you catch. And I'm like 1,000% sure every time you catch one, you get one level. And even at level 2100, you will always get one level from catching that exotic fish. So for example, if you catch one of those exotic fishes, you're gonna go from level 2100 to 2101. So yeah, if you want max level, you gotta take advantage of the double XP week. I'm gonna show you guys one more place just in case you don't like fishing there for some reason. You know what? It doesn't matter what the reason is. If you want to fish somewhere else, I got you. So the next place I went to was Azure Lagoon, and even there you could make a pretty good amount of XP. Now while fishing here, you have to make sure it's always a rainy weather. Just like the fishing spot before this one, weather does matter. And the bait you have to use is gonna be mist worms as well. And I'm gonna be honest, catching the exotic fish here is pretty common. And at the same time, while making good XP, you could make $1 million every single hour. And on average, while fishing here, I made 3.9 million XP an hour. And yeah, 3.9 is really good. Of course, not as good as the one before. But you know, some people like fishing at different locations. But yeah, this one is actually pretty decent. But I'm just saying you should be fishing at the other location because as you can see, it is like triple the amount of XP. But now that I think about it, I wish there was multiple ways to make similar XP, but it is what it is. So basically, in conclusion, to make the most XP in C1, you gotta fish the Skyla. And for C2, you gotta catch the Tartaruga, so it really matters what you want to do. And yeah, that is pretty much all I got for today. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.